How's it going, guys? Rob here from Movie Review Time, and I'm back with a brand new list video. I love doing list videos, whether it's top 10 or, my favorite films or something like that. But this was a requested video from one of my subscribers who wanted me to do my favorite horror movie remakes and my least favorite horror movie remakes. Now, I've done something similar in the past where I've talked about like my top 10 favorite horror movie remakes. But this is just going to be a straight up list of my favorites, okay? There's no order, there's no top 10 or anything like that. I just went through my collection, picked out every single horror remake that I own, and I'm also going to mention some that I don't own at the end of the video. But this video right here is going to be my favorite horror movie remakes. The next video will be my least favorite. So, like I said, no particular order. These are just my opinions. Let's get started. The first one is the 2005 remake, The Amityville Horror. Now, when it comes to the original, the 1979 version, I just can't get into it. I don't know what it is. I just find it boring. I'd rather watch Amityville 2 or 3D. But this one has Ryan Reynolds in it, and I think he did a really good job. He's known as the funny man. And in this movie, he's pretty serious, and I like that. I wish he'd do more serious roles, and he has done serious roles in his past movies. But it was directed by Andrew Douglas, and it's got the producers Michael Bay and who else is it? Andrew Form, Brad Fuller, those guys. But this was really good. There are a lot of creepy moments, and it's more entertaining than the original. I love it. So the next one is the 2010 remake, The Crazies. Now, I do like the original Crazies, but I love this movie. Timothy Olyphant, he's been in a few movies, but, most notable like Scream 2. He plays the sheriff in this, and, the outbreak happens. It's really, really good. I don't know. I like the characters. So I thought it was a decent remake. The next one is definitely one of my favorite Zack Snyder films, and it's the 2004 remake, Dawn of the Dead. And what I love about this one is that it pays homage to the original, the 1978. The 1978 is my favorite zombie movie of all time. Okay, there's no way you can top it, at least for me. But this one is different because, like I said, it pays homage to like the mall and some of the situations, but the whole beginning's different. The mall is different. The zombies are different. They're not slow and dumb. They actually run after you and things like that. So I can appreciate that. I'm glad they actually changed some things up, because in the original, the mall was like a character itself because the mall was awesome. In this one, the mall is just a place. It's not even important, to be honest. They don't even explore the mall that much in this movie. So yeah, I really like this one. Like I said, I'm glad they did something different. The next one is the 2013 remake, Evil Dead. And I'm a huge fan of the original. But this one, I think, deserves a lot more credit than it gets. And a lot of people shit on him because, oh, Bruce Campbell's not in it. Who gives a shit? Like, he makes a little cameo at the end, but who cares? We got Bruce Campbell in the other films. I mean, Army of Darkness is fantastic. I mean, who cares? I thought this girl, I remember her name. What was her name? I remember her name. She does a fantastic job in this, and the blood and the gore, people need to take notes that make horror movies nowadays with that stupid CGI stuff, CGI blood. They need to take notes from this, okay? The effects in this were so good. They were so good. I was so impressed with it. Because Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi had their hands in this, okay? They had their hands in the pot. And they gave it their own personal touch. So I really, really enjoyed this one. This one was really good. And I don't understand all the hate for it. I just don't. The next one is the 2008 remake. I didn't even know this was a remake at first, but I remember buying this movie not knowing anything about it. I guess the original was in 2002, and it stars Jessica Alba, and it is The Eye. Now, I've only seen this movie once, and I remember liking it a lot. You won't believe her eyes. Really cool. Like, she starts to see things like ghosts and stuff because of a childhood tragedy. Really good. Okay, there's one Jessica Alba film that I really like, okay? And she's in it for the most part. It's called Awake with Hayden Christensen. It's a thriller. It's a very good movie. This is the other one that I really like with her. Yeah, I'm not a big, huge fan of Jessica Alba. I mean, I think she's gorgeous, but this is definitely a movie that I think she does a great job in. Of course, the 1986 remake of The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. I don't really need to talk about this movie. I mean, enough has been said. This movie is fantastic, even though I do like the original 1957 version. Now, if I can find this one. Okay, so next we are going to talk about the 2009 remake Friday the 13th. Pretty solid remake. You know, it kind of takes cues from the original Friday the 13th from 1980, Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 3, Friday the 13th Part 4. There's a lot of elements from those four films. In ways, I think this movie was kind of rushed in the beginning because there's like two sets of kids, you know, two groups. But Jason has to have a lot of people to kill. The thing I loved about the remake is the fact that they show how Jason gets around camp. How does he get from A to B really quick? He has those underground tunnels. He sets up traps. That is awesome. That's something that I can see Jason doing. It makes him smart. And, you know, because like in the original series, he would like teleport. Like, how did he get from here to here, like, really quick? So it was a good idea that they had come up with the underground tunnel stuff. That was really, really cool. So, you know, decent remake. All right, so this is the 2011 remake, Fright Night. I love the original. I probably like the original the best. This one was pretty good. It has Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, this one was decent. I enjoyed it for what it was. Some of the CGI, like when Colin Farrell would open his mouth and it kind of stretches a little bit. It reminded me of like I Am Legend, those I Am Legend creatures a little bit. The next one is the 2004 remake because the original came out in 2002 and it was the Japanese version. But this is the American version, The Grudge, with Sarah Michelle Gellar. This one's really, really good. I actually like The Grudge 2 more. But this one's really good. It has some creepy moments, and it's kind of got like the Ring vibe or, you know, so on. But I don't know. I've seen the Japanese version, and I thought it was good, but I'm not jumping for joy over it. I'm not really jumping for joy over this one. I just thought this was a good remake when it comes to that. Here's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. It's the 1999 remake of the 1963 version, The Haunting. I don't think the effects hold up today. I mean, the effects are pretty stupid. But it's got Liam Neeson, you got Catherine Zeta-Jones, you got Lily Taylor, who I really like. You know, she was in The Conjuring, and, you know, she was in Ransom. Yeah, she's been in a lot of good movies. But you also got Owen Wilson in there. I really like this film. I don't know. It's just there's just something about it. It's the characters that really make me, you know, care about it. So, yeah, The Haunting. Now, this one is definitely in my top 5 when it comes to remakes. It's 2006 remake, and I just got the 1977 original on Arrow Video. I just got it, and it is The Hills Have Eyes. I love this movie. This movie is so well done. You got Ted Levine who plays Bob, you know, the dad. You got Kathleen Quinlan in there. You know, Ted Levine, Buffalo Bill himself. It's fantastic. The gore and the blood and all that. Another movie where people can take notes because the gore is practical. It is so good. Yeah, this movie is messed up in certain ways, but really good. The next one is the 2005 remake from the original that came out in 1953, I believe. And, you know, not a lot of people talk about this one, and it's a shame. I really like this one, and it is House of Wax. You got Elijah Cooper, I can't even talk. Chad Michael Murray, Paris Hilton, Jared Padalecki. Jared Padalecki was in the Friday the 13th remake. But this one was good. I like the whole abandoned town and like the House of Wax, like the museum where everyone's, you know, they basically kidnap people and then douse them in hot wax and then preserve them while they're still alive and stuff. That's really, really cool. I like the characters in this movie, and the best part is when Paris Hilton dies. That was great. Next one is the 1999 remake of the 1959 classic House on Haunted Hill. Another great film, a very entertaining film. William Malone directed this one, but you got Ali Larter, Taye Diggs, you got Famke Janssen, you got Jeffrey Rush, Peter Gallagher, Chris Kattan, Bridget Wilson. Yeah, really, really great film. The ending, or the third act of the film, really picks up, and I do find it to be somewhat creepy. Yeah, some really, really cool stuff happens. But the next one is the 2010 remake of the 1978 classic, I Spit on Your Grave. This was a great remake. There's a lot of things that they paid homage to when it comes to the original's my favorite. I love the original 78 version. I like it more than Last House on the Left. Sorry, Last House on the Left, but I think the I Spit on Your Grave film is way more like exploitive than Last House on the Left. But the stuff they do in this film, like I said, pays homage to it, but they do a lot of things different. You know, what's her name? Sarah Butler. She plays Jennifer Hills in this. The same character as the original, but she does a lot of different things. The fact that she gets revenge on these people, a lot of the traps that she sets up, it becomes almost like torture, like a torture movie. So I don't know. I really like it. Really well shot. Here we have the 1978 remake from the 1956 classic, and I love this one. This one's really good. It's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This one has Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, Leonard Nimoy, Jeff Goldblum, Veronica Cartwright. Really, really good film. It's been a while since I've seen it, but man, I mean, I love the classic as well. But this is the Blu-ray. I just got this Blu-ray not too long ago. It's got some featurettes and stuff, so it's a good one. Okay, so here we have the 2009 remake from the 1972 original, The Last House on the Left. I actually like the remake better than the original. You know, the original was fine. There's just things that were wrong with it that I didn't care for, like the music and just the acting and the choices they made. This one, I just like the overall story, the characters. But you got Sarah Paxton in there. I really liked her in it. Monica Potter, who I'm a big fan of. Tony Goldwyn, he was great. But yeah, Last House on the Left remake, great remake. All right, so this one is the 2010 remake to the original came out in 2008, but it was a different title, and it is Let Me In. The original one was called Let the Right One In. Basically about this girl who's a vampire, and this one's played by Chloe Grace Moretz, and she's been in other horror, you know, she's been in, you know, Carrie. I believe her first, I saw her like as a young girl. I think she was in the Amityville Horror remake. I think she was in that as a little girl, but this one was really good too. Who else was in this? Richard Jenkins is in this. He's been in a lot of movies, you know, Cabin in the Woods, he was in that one. But this was directed by Matt Reeves. I thought this one was very, very good. In ways, I think it's better than the original. Here's one that I didn't even know it was a remake. It's 2016. The original, this was based off a short film from 2013, and it is Lights Out. Very, very different kind of film with, what's her name? Teresa Palmer. And you also have Maria Bello in this. This is from producer James Wan, director of The Conjuring. Very different kind of film. Supernatural entity that has, you know, that haunts these people. And, you know, you have to keep the lights on and stuff. So, different one. Here we have the 2012 remake from the 1980 original, and that is Maniac with Elijah Wood. I think I like the original better, but this one definitely has some good stuff, and I think Elijah Wood did a good job. But yeah. Here's one. This is the 1990 remake of the 1968 original Night of the Living Dead. This is the Tom Savini remake. I love this one. It has Tony Todd in it, Patricia Tallman, who plays Barbara in this one. And again, they're shot for shot on a lot of scenes, right? But the dialogue is different. And then they also have Barbara, who is, you know, the main girl. She's different in this movie. She becomes like a strong female in this film. She's not just running around screaming all helpless. She actually shoots guns and stuff. She's very, very strong in this movie, and I really like that. But I just got this Blu-ray not too long ago. This is a fantastic remake. All right, so here's the 2002 remake from the 98 version of Ringu, and it is The Ring. And I've seen the Japanese version. It's fine. I will always love this one, though, because I love Brian Cox, Martin Henderson, Naomi Watts. I really like her. You know, it becomes like an investigation kind of film, or like a detective film, because she goes to look for answers. And you watch the videotape, 7 Days You Die. I saw this in the theater, and I always got creeped out. I don't know what it is. I just love it. This is the 2006 remake from the 1971 film by the same name, and that is See No Evil with Kane. Very, very cool film. I think Kane fits the role. It was directed by Gregory Dark. You know, these kids go in this hotel to clean up and stuff, and like Kane, you know, plays Jacob Goodnight, who runs around killing them. Really, really good film. The next one is a 2008 remake. And it's from, you know, remade from the 2004 Thai version, which I've never seen. People say, oh, go see it, go see it. I will one of these times, but I like this one, Shudder. This one is very, very good. It has Rachel Taylor in it, Joshua Jackson. There's some creepy moments in it. I like it. I don't know. I will watch the Thai version, but everyone keeps telling me Thai is better. We'll see about that. Here we have the 2003 remake from the 1974 classic, which is one of my favorite films of all time, but this is definitely my favorite horror remake of all time, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They did a lot of things different and kept a lot of things the same as far as like the lore and all that. But yeah, they made it their own. That's what I love about this movie. Really quick, running out of time here. This is the 2001 remake from the 1960 version. 13 Ghosts. I love this movie, called A Guilty Pleasure by Steve Beck. But you have Matthew Lillard in this, Shannon Elizabeth, F. Murray Abraham. Really good. I like this one. And then you have the 1995 remake from 1960, and that's Village of the Damned with Christopher Reeves. Excellent film. Love this one. An oldie. Really quick ones I don't have out here is Mother's Day 2010 remake with Rebecca De Mornay and Shawn Ashmore. Very, very good remake. Town That Dreaded Sundown, which is actually a meta sequel, what they call it. But that came out in 2014. Excellent. I love Town That Dreaded Sundown, the original. The Blob 1988 with Shawnee Smith. Fantastic. And I love the 58 version, don't get me wrong. And last, Black Christmas. So there you go. Those are my favorite remakes, and stay tuned for my next video, my least favorite horror remakes.